Hello guys, I know we just had a video on this in the Rogue Servitors, so I'm going to make it a bit quicker. I had to do this because I realized the previous video I made saying they're perfectly balanced and overpowered was not true. Because I was missing a very critical component that makes them overpowered. And I don't know about you, but producing over 11, almost 1,200 custodian robots a month on just Earth, 16 years after the mid-game has started. I could have recorded it sooner, but I was waiting for more ideal conditions until the economy fell out from under me. Because good news, we have tons of robots. We literally make almost 1,200 a month, which means I can instantly colonize any world I want. We're actually about to get Mars here, so we'll use that as an example. But these worlds down here, we took very recently in a war and kind of moved everyone to Earth for the arcology. And immediately threw a couple thousand, not this one, it's not very developed. Where was that developed world we took? I am so sorry. It was somewhere around here, I guess. Or maybe it wasn't. We took each of these worlds at the same time and put several thousand robots in each one and moved several thousand biotrophies to Earth, all the way over here. So this is a new save, because the previous game we were way down here. And we just have a lot of worlds trying to produce whatever they can. We took Gish as well, if that tells you anything. And it's not fully modified yet. These civilian industries I actually don't want, but we've just left it because we want the generators. Because, oh my god, Earth is consuming way too many resources. This arcology is nuts. Good news, it prints Unity. And it prints pretty much every other good that we need. In fact, it actually prints lots of alloys too. I just disabled the job function for fabricators because, well, you see it's 165 right now. If I just fully put this up there, yeah, we kind of, we don't have minerals anymore. We just run out of minerals. So we're just gonna keep that turned really far down for now. Actually, maybe just, oh, it won't even let me turn it off. Okay, that's scary. All right then. So yeah, what happened here? How am I making so much? Simple, the Hyper Lubrication Basin. This turns all the roboticists into lubrication terminals, which then get a 90, based on the current number of districts, we have a 90% increase to their robot machine production, as well as another 1.5, and the 90% amenities cost increase as a side effect. The problem is that it does this on a per job basis, including any extra jobs you're getting from biotrophies. Meaning we're getting an extra 2,261% to mechanical pop assembly speed at the cost of 2,261% more amenities. We're producing 1.5 million amenities and using 1 million amenities on this planet. Deviancy is out of control. There's no handling it with over 200,000 pop. By 2316 on just this planet, in total, we have 377,000. So over half our population is on Earth, but on many of these other worlds, we have easily placed thousands of robots. And that's only gonna grow. Mars here is our first machine world that's finally coming online. Normally, I like to make it a fortress world so we have the ships. Plans have changed. This needs to be producing as much energy as it can so Earth doesn't shut down on itself. And yeah, so how do you get the Hyperlubrication Basin is similar to the organics that get it as well. You will need the Hyperlubrication Basin Civic. You can get this at the very beginning of the game, or you can choose to get it as your third Civic. I made it the start of my game to see how it was, to make sure it worked before I went too far in. And as I said, it scales. It scales with the amount of biotrophies you have because they add more jobs. And larger planets that can have more districts are going to benefit from this more, because the more districts you have, specifically residential arcologies, the sanctuary arcology does not affect it. I have confirmed, because I built one and the percentage didn't change, but then I built the residential and it changed. So yeah, I am gonna see how much further I can get, see if I can't stuff 1 million pops or more on Earth. But the financial situation is bad. The only reason we haven't gone into bankruptcy is because we're using the trade that's being printed on Earth to make up for all of it, as well as the thousands of consumer goods we make per month. We may have to start looking into alloys, though, because the consumer goods market has crashed. Alloys are still very expensive, as are a number of other more exotic goods. Food is also just crashed. I've crashed both markets, while energy is way up. It's almost as expensive as to buy as exotic gases, actually. That's scary. Yeah, that's, I've been printing way too much money. Or rather, I need to print more money. To give you a better idea, the maintenance drones, 161,000 of them, are producing 7,800 Unity and 5,300 trade. It is true they are consuming a couple hundred materials because of the building that we built, the simulation, or call it, what is it called? Not simulation center, simulation site. But I wanted to see how high we could get it. They're producing more Unity than biotrophies, and biotrophies are meant to be what produces the main source of Unity for Rogue Servitors. They're meant to be your main Unity producers. I'm just sitting here printing it with maintenance drones at a huge energy cost. Because Earth is consuming 3,600 and our total consumption is 7,400. So yeah, Earth is literally half our deficit right now is just Earth. And almost half of Earth's deficit is just pops. Not even including all the jobs that are getting boosted by the research, which is also mostly from Earth. So Earth is producing most of our resources, making it technically a tall playstyle, but we had to go wide and conquer a dozen, this is like a good dozen or so planets at this point, 13, 15, 18 planets, with several being colonized because the void worms came and destroyed one and the other got terraformed. So yeah, this is a weird playstyle that I'm not gonna say it works, but as you saw really quickly here, just switch jobs again. As you saw, we could easily print out plenty of alloys as well. This is not our actual alloy production. This is just a dormant version of it because we couldn't afford to keep producing. Our naval capacity very recently went up massively, so we could just massively boost the size of our security echelons here and then just invade some of the neighbors. Maybe the hive minds just for resources, but I'm thinking like invade these toxoids here, another 35,000 biotrophies. Or perhaps what I really want to see, the cybernetic folk over here at 104,000 pops. All of that on one arcology when Earth barely has like 34,000, not even 32,000. 100,000 of them here is going to make this number of 1,200 explode. I thought 80. I thought 80 from one planet was crazy. We're making almost 1,200 a month from one planet. And the other planets are making dozens each, especially the sanctuary worlds that need to be turned into arcologies later. The ones that actually have humans on them. But even the ones that have not many biotrophies are still making 4,200. This one has none. It's actually making 13. But it's also not fully developed yet. We haven't built the building here. Weird. What is a planet that actually has it? Probably not a lot because we started getting overwhelmed. So we probably don't have a planet I can show that on yet. Because I kind of needed to spread out the arcologies and then realized the situation was, oh, here we are. It's on this planet. It's not a very developed planet, but it's making 17 pops a month while being not developed beyond some resources. So yeah, that is fun. I hope this gave you a bit of a chuckle, because my economy is crying. It is very unhappy. But my research is great. I don't even have the upgrade yet, if you've noticed. I don't have the upgrade yet that gets the job efficiency bonus, the 10, 20, and 30% ones. Those haven't rolled yet. So this isn't even the final form of it. This is still evolving as we settle machine worlds and prepare additional arcology worlds. There are some additional machine worlds being prepped, but I don't know where they are. I'm having trouble reading the map. This one's just not being done. But I know we've got a number of worlds going, and other worlds are actually going to be turned into machine worlds, but I need this tech to finish that first. And we don't even have the machine assembly complex, which will just add another 100 lubrication jobs. So yeah, what you're seeing is not final. That 80 pops a month video, blown out of the water. This is the real deal. This is the real stuff. In fact, let's just take a picture of it right now. There we go. Thank you all for watching. I hope you got some nice chuckles out of this. I will see you next time.